We met Tom K. That was around '89, and we were still pumps and CO2, and he came out with that 6-pack. Do you remember that? That had the 6 CO2s, and you could just go.
The tournaments were 12 gram only.
Right. And as soon as he came out with that, they went, all right, we can go constant air.
Yeah.
Because it sort of defeated it.
Yeah, he sold out of those almost immediately, and then after that.
I still have mine, and it's still.
That first day?
I think we were sponsored by him a little bit, so I think we all got one.
Did you probably use it in that Masters tournament?
Yeah. I think it was the year we got second. We beat the Wild Geese and got into the finals against the Lords of Discipline, and we barely lost to them. And there was a big controversy at the end because Youngblood was running around with the flag, and they shot him, but he was supposedly shot by a guy that was already hit. It was so funny because second place was 8,000 and first place I think was 20. It was crazy. And they had the guy's pants down looking at his legs where we were saying he was hit, and he had 2 welts, but I don't know whatever happened to that, you know. But they did not have a great reputation at the time. Because I remember the big rumor was when we get there, they go, oh, the Lords of Discipline, they all play with sleeveless shirts on because they rub their arms with Vaseline so that the paint just won't stick. And we're like, what? And I think that same game where we had all the controversy, Dave was back in the back. He still had a cigarette in his mouth, and he said a ball just came out of nowhere, boom, and he got taken out right at the beginning of that game, which he was our brain trust on that team.
Yeah, because that's what he did. He played games, right?
Oh, well, yeah, he played, but he was Mr. Strategy.
Yeah,
on
that's
stuff.
what Colin literally said. He said Bassman played games, and that's what he was.
Oh yeah, he was like the field genius in paintball. He's like, and he'd tell us a game plan, this and this, and I'm thinking, I don't think that's gonna work, and it always worked. Because back then you could overload a side easy with pumps, because you'd just make people go crazy, and they'd see so many targets, and it's a little harder here when people are using the guns they got today. It's a little harder to do that.
Yeah, you can hold them down.
Especially with bad knees.